So there are various theories about what exactly our world is, what our purpose in life is, and how this all came to be. Some of those are religious, some are more scientific, and then there are some rather random ones. Some people would probably call them conspiracy theories or something like that, but I think they're pretty fascinating. And so I want to talk about two of those today. The ones that I not really believe in, but that I think are really interesting. So the first one is that we are all characters in a story. There is some big author somewhere writing our lives and we are all just characters. Now with this one, it is a bit complicated because first of all, who's the author? And then there are things like our own decisions and coincidences and lives ending suddenly and life beginning and our own thoughts, and I mean there are quite a lot of people in this world, and who would just write every single one of those? So it might be that there are several authors, it might be that, I don't know, the author writes a person and then that person exists on their own. So the author just has to write like the first day or something, or like a broad outline. I don't exactly know how it works. But I think it's quite a fascinating idea that someone actually invented us. Of course that also raises the question of like fate. Because obviously if we are all characters in a big novel, it means that the author probably also already knows how it's gonna end, and that all of us have a set destination and a set purpose as well. But I think one of the details that kind of works really well with this theory is that we have the idea, at least, of good and bad people. Of course everyone has a little bit of good and a little bit of bad inside themselves. But with, for example, religion, the question is often raised why, for example, God allows all the bad things to happen. Why if there is a higher power, why they don't step in and everything is perfect. It needs someone who is there for the readers to hate, it needs someone to be the antagonist and to make the protagonist kind of more heroic and good and understandable and kind of more likable. So maybe if we are in a story, these bad people are just a part of that story. They are just something we need to complete our storyline, our plot line. The second one is maybe a bit more random even. I don't actually know if this is an actual theory. I just know that I think it's pretty realistic, and it's that we are actually the aliens. You know, like we are the people, or we are the creatures that came from outer space to invade a new planet several thousand years ago, and now we just live here. That would explain why we can't, for example, talk to animals. My theory is that all animals, and maybe even plants and all that stuff, can talk to each other, and because we are the foreign people, we can't. We just don't understand the language. It would also explain illness and disease and sickness and all those things, because it would mean that the Earth tries to kind of get rid of the stranger in it. It also kind of works with the whole we are trying to find life on other planets, because there never has been any actual proof for life on other planets. And maybe that is because we used to live there and now we're here, so there can't be any life because the life that was on the other planets just came to Earth. Now I don't know which planet we are from in this theory, and I don't know if maybe there are still traces left, who knows, maybe we left some, I don't know, not so cool people there. However, it was several thousand years ago in this theory, so who knows. However, with the traces, it is of course difficult to imagine that we as aliens come to another planet and learn to live here, and there are no traces whatsoever of that. There is no history of that, there are no myths and stories about that, there is no like technology. Maybe that's why we have technology and animals don't. Maybe it's just from another planet. Yeah, but as I said, there are no traces at all, which is why this is probably also just a random theory that maybe I came up with, I don't know, I think I heard it somewhere, I'm not sure. But basically these are already the two theories. I don't really know why I wanted to make a video about this. It's just something that pops into my mind every now and then, so I guess I just wanted to share that with you and find out what you think about it. Maybe you have some other cool human theories. What are we? Where are we from? What is this? If you do, please let me know in the comments. As you can probably tell, I'm kind of a nerd about these things. But yeah, I guess that's already it. Sorry this was such a random video, but that's just something that's a part of me, so here you go. And I hope you always have a reason to smile, and I shall see you next week. Goodbye!